Molecular formula C3H4Br2. There are three signals: singlet of 2H delta 4.2, doublet of 1H very characteristically high delta 5.62, and again doublet of 1H again very high delta value 6.02. If you calculate the dBe, I want to grab your attention here, as there are two bromine atoms, so you have to calculate them in the formula of dBe. So dBe value will be 1. That's why either a double bond or a monocyclic structure must be present. Signal A, CH2 singlet, so there shouldn't be any neighboring protons. Signal B and signal C collectively indicating presence of vinyl group. And you know that in vinyl group, if the remaining two groups are different, then both vinylic protons are becoming non-equivalent, and that's why this is non-equivalent for this one, same for this one. That's why they are showing doublet, and you should remember the delta value of the vinylic proton. So we identify two CH2 groups, CH2 singlet, and collectively signal B and signal C also indicating vinyl group, that is CH2. So from the given molecular formula, if we subtract first CH2 from signal A, we would get C2H2Br2. Again let us subtract CH2 from the vinyl group. So the only portion left is CBr2, 1 carbon and 2 bromines. Now arrangement is very different. Obviously, two vinylic proton must be attached on a same carbon. There is 1 dB, so C double bond C. That carbon is this one. 2 bromine, CH2Br and 1 Br. Now you can see that this bromine and these two groups are different. As a result, both vinylic protons, they become non-equivalent and give rise separate NMR signal. We know that if these two groups are same, then vinylic proton won't be non-equivalent, they would give rise same NMR signal. So in this problem, many students can identify the separate groups, but their arrangement is a very important.